So with the global launch of the Warzone Mobile, I know there is a lot of people who are a little bit confused about what to use in Warzone Mobile, so I put up this list to give you guys the best guns and the best perks to use in the Warzone Mobile. Don't forget to like and subscribe, love y'all and enjoy the video! So in order to level up guns and unlock attachments, you need to play MP, and in order to do this effectively, you need to use the Quick Fix perk. This perk will be a huge help for you when you run into multiple enemies, which will happen a lot when you are playing MP. I would recommend the Warden package if you are using shotguns, and I would recommend the Sentinel package if you are not using shotguns. Also, you need to keep that in mind that by going into a store, Arsenal store, you can spend your coins to buy a lot of guns, attachments, kill streaks, lethals and etc. And you will get the coins by simply just playing the game. For playing BR, I would highly recommend you to use the Dead Eye package because of the High Alert perk. This perk will allow you to know if an enemy is looking at you from the behind or the sides. I cannot even tell you how many times this perk saved my ass while playing BR, like you can even see it in the gameplay as well. So make sure to use it, but if you have a team and you play with your teammates, I would recommend you to use the Scout package because the Ghost perk will allow you to stay hidden from the enemy UAV. But now it's time for the guns, and for the number one gun we have the Buren MK9. This LMG is extremely strong in mid to long ranges, but you need to be careful because it's not as strong in close range. Because if you want this thing to shine, you need to build it for accuracy and recoil control. If you ever wanted to change the gunsmith, I would highly recommend you to keep the 60 round mag because it would give you a huge mobility buff as well as a really fast reload speed. At number 2 we have the AMR9. This thing is my favorite SMG. It's so versatile, like it's unbelievable how versatile this thing is. It has a really fast TTK up close, it has a really good fire rate, and it basically has no recoil if you build this thing right. Number 3 is the HRM9. Compared to the AMR9, this thing has a better TTK and a better mobility up close, but because it has a harder recoil, then it's not as versatile as the AMR9. So if you want a strong close range weapon, pick this, and if you want a more versatile SMG, make sure to pick the AMR9. Also, don't mind me beaming with this thing in this clip. Number 4 is the TAC-56. This thing is my favorite long-range AR. I love it. It has zero recoil and it has a crazy damage range too, and you can make it work at close range as well if you have a good aim. You can potentially use the TAC-V, but TAC-V has a slower fire rate and a higher recoil, so I wouldn't really recommend using that. Make your action. Number 5 is the Rival 9. This thing is extremely similar to the HRM9 and the AMR9, but if you are willing to sacrifice a little bit of TTK for a little bit of mobility, then you should use this thing. Number 6 is the SVA545. I personally think it feels amazing to use it, but the recoil on this thing is a bit harsh, so if you can manage it, you can get extremely good TTK, but if you can't, well, you're dead. Number 7 is the Ram 7 and the Ram 9. Ram 7 is the AR and the Ram 9 is the SMG. Ram 7 has a really good TTK in all ranges. The recoil compared to the other ARs in this list is a bit harder to control, but if you can manage it, oh boy, you can beam with this thing. Ram 9 was considered the best SMG in the Warzone Mobile, but it got a nerf before the global launch, so now it's not as good as before. But if you only use it at close range, this thing can shred everyone. The list is officially over, but any shotgun with the Dragon's Breath ammunition attachment is extremely powerful and OP, although I wouldn't recommend you to use it in BR because if you go up against a good player that is using an SMG, well, you're gonna get shredded. But in MP, it's extremely powerful and you can kill everyone. For snipers, I would recommend the KATT-AMR, Longbow or the FJX in Premium. If I said any of those names wrong, please forgive me. But yeah, that's about it guys. I catch you in the next one.